Attention teachers, don't forget to grab these invitations from your mailbox and give them out to your fourth period class. Thank you, and go Sharks.
Yeah, I didn't hear any of that. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so, thank you. Thank you for coming. Welcome. You know who I am by now. We're gonna go over the voice lesson, and I'll be here to help you as best I can. If you guys have any problem with any of these exercises, just, I'll be walking around helping you. So I'll be available. How about that? Okay? So what we're gonna do first is the voice lesson number 5 on imagery. Now for this, I want you guys to get out a sheet of paper. We're not doing it on camera, we're gonna do it on a sheet of paper. So this is something I want you guys to turn in today before class. And I think you have a good chance of doing that. I think we can pull that off, okay? And I'm gonna try to remember your name, so this is gonna help. This is a big help. Yeah. All right. Get out your piece of paper and let's get started. This is a passage from Helen Keller. This is from her memoir, The Story of My Life. Okay? Does anybody know who Helen Keller is? You guys know? Yes. She was blind and deaf, correct. She's the most famous blind and deaf person in history. Okay? And she was one of the greatest students. She went to Radcliffe College and she graduated and she was on like the top of her class. She was president of the school. She did all kinds of things. So she was a very, very gifted student. She only had a couple of problems. She couldn't see and she couldn't hear. And she had one of the best teachers in history, Annie Sullivan. So you can look her up, Helen Keller, okay? This is from, we're gonna read this passage now, so I'll go ahead and read it and we'll go over it. I also enjoy canoeing. And I suppose you will smile when I say that I especially like it on moonlight nights. I cannot, it is true, see the moon climb up the sky behind the pines and steal softly across the heavens, making a shining path for us to follow. But I know she is there. And as I lie back among the pillows and put my hand, not her head, put my hand in the water, I fancy that I feel the shimmer of her garments as she passes. Sometimes a daring little fish slips between my fingers, and often a pond lily presses shyly against my hand. Frequently, as we emerge from the shelter of a cove or an inlet, I am suddenly conscious of the spaciousness of the air about me. A luminous warmth seems to enfold me. Okay, so exercise number 1. Since Helen Keller was blind and deaf, tactile imagery becomes a focus in her writing. And that was an example of it. Make a list of all the tactile imagery in the passage above. So you're just writing a list, okay? Additionally, make a list of all of the visual images in the passage. So go ahead and write that out. A list of the tactile, which means a sense of touch, feeling things. You know, that's a sense of touch. Any of those images, list them out, and visual images. Okay, we'll take a few minutes on that. It doesn't have to be a long list, just a few things. And try to get both tactile or sense of touch images and a few visual images. Okay, so does anybody have anything? Does anybody want to share what they wrote down? Jenna?
Pond lily presses shyly against my hand
The pond lily?
for a tactile.
Yes, okay, very good. Tactile. How about a visual image? Do you have one?
I did the moon climb up the sky behind the pines.
Very good, very good. Anybody else? How about you, Natalie? Do you have anything?
Put the fish slips between my fingers.
Correct, good. That's an example of what? Tactile or visual?
Tactile.
Correct, okay, very good. Do you have a visual one? Okay. Anybody else? Okay, Kendall?
For visual, I put making a shining cat.
Making a shining path.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Very good. V?
For visual, I put moonlight nights.
Moonlight nights. Okay, very good, very good. So, very good, you guys, those were all good examples. Okay, we're gonna move on to number 2. Which of these images, which images in the passage are more specific? Okay, so you're gonna make a choice between these two. Visual or tactile? Which of these images are more specific, more detailed, more descriptive, okay? Support your answer with references to the passage. So we'll take a few minutes on that. So you're gonna pick which one is more descriptive, which one is more detailed. The parts where she's talking about feeling things, or the parts where she's talking about not seeing things, but the visual parts, so like when she talks about the moon and things like that, okay? The parts that she can almost imagine. She has to imagine it because she can't really see it. So we take a few minutes on that. So you're gonna give examples from the passage. This is the part that, this one is more descriptive or more detailed. Like, for example, the tactile one, images are, and this is one of the examples. Like, so you talk about what any of the tactile passages there, or where it talks about she's touching something or feeling something. And then you're gonna explain why, like, why is that more detailed? Just a quick, reason why. Doesn't have to be too detailed, your answers, just a quick answer as to which, example, and why. Okay, okay, does anybody have anything? Well, what did you guys decide? What is more detailed, the tactile or the visual, in your opinion? So, Krish.
I think it's
Krish.
tactile
Krish.
because due to like current restrictions with like physical and like visual stuff, she can only feel. So I think that she's able to provide like an ample amount of like sensual feeling she would have like due to her current physical restrictions.
Okay, so you felt like she gave more detail as to the things she felt rather than the visual things. She just briefed. Okay, very good. And you're saying that because she can't see, and okay. So Chris said, if you didn't get all that, he said because she can't see that she was giving more detail to the tactile images. So does anybody disagree with that? Does anybody think it's visual is more descriptive or more detailed? Anybody? Who put visual? Did anybody write down visual? Was more detailed? Okay. Let's see. Ben, what did you put? So I'm taking it that you put tactile? Okay, so what's an example? Give me a quick example.
My example is that sometimes a daring little fish slips between my fingers and often fondly presses slightly against my hand.
Right, okay, very good. So those are just obvious descriptions of her feeling things, okay? So very good, very good. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the last part now. Okay, so close your eyes. You guys can do this literally, or you don't really have to, just close, but it says close your eyes because you're gonna imagine that you're Gregor, okay? So, you're Gregor and you're quickly losing your eyesight. So you must heavily rely on your other senses, specifically your sense of touch. Imagine that you have an opportunity now to explore your house. So this is gonna be where you live, the house where you live. You're gonna describe it, but through tactile imagery. With a heightened sense of touch, what does everything you encounter feel like? Tell that story using specific tactile images, not visual images or figurative language. Be literal and detailed, following the same style from the passage above. So you're gonna just talk about things that you can feel in your house. So you're gonna pretend like you're Gregor. You're gonna pretend that you're blind and everything's dark and you can't see, and you're feeling your way through your house. And you're just gonna describe what you're feeling and what the things are that you're feeling. So we'll take a few minutes on that. So take a few more minutes on that. Just remember, this is something you're just making up. It's just use your imagination. Pretend you're a bug and you're in your house and you can't see. You're not just a bug that has limited vision, you're a bug that's blind. And so you're feeling things all over the house. What are those things? Okay, all right, if you're still writing, that's okay, you can continue writing, but anyone who's done, and you'd like to give an example of what you wrote, go ahead. Anybody, does anybody have anything that they want? Okay, Lily, I know you're still writing, but what do you have so far?
I wrote like one of my sentences was I'm feeling the cold hardwood floor and the smooth walls around me. As I reclaim with the kitchen to get food, I feel the wooden grain dinner table.
Okay, very good, very good. So Lily described the surfaces of the table and the floor. Anybody else? Carlos, what do you have?
As I enter the house, the cool, smooth tile floor meets my feet, expressing the historical smooth tile and the graininess of the gravity.
Okay, very good, very good. So finish up with that. Everybody finish that up, and I'll give you a few more minutes, and then we're gonna start on the vocab lesson. For the vocab lesson, you're gonna get out your Chromebooks. We're gonna do that real quick, okay? So if you're done, just get out your Chromebooks, and if you're not done, just finish up and then get out your Chromebooks.
Wait, this was because you didn't have your book or because you were absent?
I was active.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Did you already get it graded? Like you had turned them in on Friday, you're good?
Yeah. I was just here on Tuesday. And then on the assignment, all the reading passages with the questions, I wasn't sure if I should do it because it wasn't on the Canvas. Like the assignment wasn't on Canvas.
Let me check and we'll get back with you, Jenna. Thank you.
I got a laptop.
There you go. I'm gonna give you a charger just in case it needs it.
Okay, so.
And it's
oh,
not right
yeah,
now.
I forgot.
You too.
No, I need a
When you
laptop.
guys are done,
You need a laptop?
just pass it up.
I'm gonna give you both just in case,
You guys
okay?
can pass it up, I'll put it
Thank
right
you.
here. Collecting
This charger. Thank you. There you are. You're
I'm bad at math. Okay, I got everybody? Did I get everybody's papers here? Okay, do I have everybody's paper? Do I have everybody's paper? Yes, okay. Anybody didn't turn in their paper? Oh, right here, okay. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we're gonna do the vocabulary lesson now, and the word we're working on today is wonton, okay? This is like a visual description right here of what wonton is, sort of. So, you guys probably don't recognize that, but it's an old cartoon from a long time ago. Okay, so, wonton. I'm gonna read examples from the handout. And, we're gonna try to figure out what it means, just by the examples, okay? So on September 11th, 2001, terrorists committed wanton acts that killed many people. Number 2, the boy was expelled for his wanton attack on another student. Number 3, animal control seized the pit bull for its wanton attack of the young girl. Number 4, the judge sentenced the teenage boy to 200 hours of community service for his wanton acts of vandalism. Number 5, the wanton destruction of the historic synagogue drew outrage from all over the country. So with the practice sentences, number 6 through 10, just write on, or just put in your Chromebooks, finish up those sentences. So number 6 would be, an event I learned about in history class that included wanton violence is blank, whatever it is, okay? And just do 6 through 10. So just fill those out, and we'll take a few minutes on that. Oh, yes. very good, thank you for reminding me. Synonyms and antonyms, okay? And let's stop with what we were doing right now. Let's go back, okay? Synonyms and antonyms. But before we do that, from the examples I gave you, what type of word is wonton? Is it a noun, a verb, an adjective? Which one is it? Okay, Natalie, and then Natalia?
I would say it's an adjective.
Correct, adjective. Okay, very good. So we know it's an adjective. It describes a noun, okay? Give me an example, if anyone can, you know, of a synonym.
I have a question.
Oh, you have a question? Okay.
Could you clarify like what the exact definition?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Could you clarify like the definition of the word?
Okay, so, okay, yeah, we'll do that. But she gave me adjectives, so I'm not gonna say it right now. I'm just gonna ask you guys, okay? So what does it mean, according to the? Okay, Jasmine.
Vicious.
Vicious. Okay. Natalia.
I would say violent.
Violent, vicious, violent.
Horrific.
Okay, Kendall.
Horrific.
Horrific. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Horrific. Okay, very good, very good. So that gives you an idea of what it means. The official description here or definition is a cruel or violent action. A cruel or violent action. Deliberate or unprovoked. So work on that. Synonyms and antonyms. Any, you guys gave me some synonyms. What are some antonyms? Antonyms. What are some antonyms? What's the opposite of a cruel, vicious act? What's the opposite of that? Emmy? Peaceful. Very good. Peaceful is perfect. Good. Very good one. Anybody else? Mark, do you have the opposite of what vicious, evil is?
Kind.
Kind. Very good. Okay. So finish up 6 through 10. Finish up filling those sentences out, and we'll give it a few more minutes on that. So, yeah, you said. Yeah, so we're gonna just finish those. So this one is the cruel action. So we'll finish those sentences. Do that in you mentioned. Right, I'm gonna go over that. We just gotta put the last one. This one. There's two. Okay, did anybody finish that at all? Anybody? Okay, I'm gonna, Natalia, did you get number 6 or any of those?
I had a question about the etymology.
Oh, etymology, I'm sorry, I didn't give you that. Okay, quickly, etymology, Middle English, wanting, lacking. And the etymology comes from the word togen, I believe it's togen, to train in discipline. Train in discipline. Thank you. number 10 might be a little harder than the rest because we got two parts to fill in there. Yeah, so all these are pretty much, I don't think there's gonna be a problem. The one I might have had a problem with, like I said, is number 10. That one is, you gotta think a little bit about that. Okay, so, let's see, what do you guys have? Does anybody have, anything for, number 6? Number 6 shouldn't be too hard. Does anyone want to share what they have? Marissa?
I said, I learned about history class and including violence of the Revolutionary War.
The Revolutionary War. Okay. Can anybody think of any other historical event that you?
Do I see the whole sentence?
What?
Do I see the whole sentence?
Yeah, go ahead.
An event that I learned about in history class that included wanton violence is the attack on Pearl Harbor.
Very good, very good. Anybody else? Any other historical event that's wanton? Example of? Okay, we'll go to the next one. Number 7, an animal that should be feared for its wanton nature is what? Nancy? Is it what? A tortoise? What is it? Orca, okay, I'm sorry. These rats, okay. Leah? Bears? Very good, bears, okay. Number 8, some high school students may view wanton acts by teachers as what? What could teachers do to students that would be a wanton act? Anybody got that one? Krish, do you have that one?
I put modifying grades based on their likeliness, rather than their proficiency in the course.
Modifying their grades?
Based on their likeness rather than their proficiency in the course.
Based on how much they like the student? Okay, so modifying their grades based on how the teacher likes the student rather than their performance in the class. Okay, so that's an example. Okay, so we'll go to where are we? Number 9. Someone who has wanton disregard for others while driving does what? What do they do if you have a wanton disregard for others? What could you do when you're driving? Yes?
Run red lights.
Run red lights. What else? What's an obvious example? Very good. Thank you, Ben. Kendall? Cut others off. Yeah, that causes road rage. Yeah, that's terrible. Mark?
It was the same thing.
Okay, can anybody come up with something else? I'm thinking of something very obvious. Yes, Natalia?
I was just gonna say swerves in between lanes and like don't signal.
Oh, swerving in between lanes?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Anybody else? Carlos?
Speeding.
Speeding. There's another one that's so obvious. People get in really bad trouble for this.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead. Lee.
Seatbelts.
Not wearing your seatbelts, you're disregarding your own safety really on that, but I guess you could, yeah. Really?
Texting while driving.
Texting while driving, anything else, quickly? Alyssa.
I would say flipping people off.
Flipping people off, okay, just a few more. Jenna, drinking and driving? Drinking, that's the one I was looking for. Drinking and driving, you go to jail for that, Okay, very good. That's the one I was looking for. Or any kind of substance, like, I don't know if it's okay to smoke pot and drive right now, I don't know. But, like taking heroin or dropping acid or something like that, that's something you don't want to do. Okay, so, number 10, it really bothers me when someone demonstrates wanton behavior because while blank because blank. Did anybody get that one? That one was hard. V? What? Did you get that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, what do you got?
It really bothers me when someone demonstrates a lot of behavior while I'm talking because they should be the one listening to me.
Did you guys hear that? No? Did you say it again? You can take your mask off just for a second. Okay, let me paraphrase it for you. It really bothers me when someone demonstrates wanton behavior while I'm talking because they should be listening. Okay, I think that's it. Was that it? Me? Something like that? Okay, very good. Okay, so let's go on to the last part. Okay, so now you're gonna write a paragraph or two. It could be one or two, whatever you want, that explains which character from the metamorphosis exhibits the most wanton behavior. So is it Gregor? Is it his mother? Is it his father? Is it his sister? Which one of these displays the most wanton behavior, the most evil, vicious behavior? Justify your response with details from the text. Highlight each usage of wanton in your response. So okay, so for the rest of the class, you can work on that. If you get it done early and you're done with it, you can do some work on your leisure reading, okay?
Actually, can you remind them of their homework?
I'm sorry?
Can you remind them of their homework, please?
Oh, yeah. One more thing, just remember that your voice lesson, number 5, it's due, well, it says it's due on Canvas, but you're doing it here, so that's due today, but you'll be turning it in. Another homework assignment is read and annotate paragraphs 80 through 98 of the Metamorphosis Part 3 for Friday's class meeting. So just get that done for Friday. And that's it. You can continue with your writing. Another